Let's go use Bob here and okay, not the Satan lights. Let's try to use something a little more chill. Welcome back to Viridian County. This is episode 14 and I'm Red Kool-Aid. On our last episode, we built the massive residential areas that turned out to be Summer Hills, Summer House, Evermore, and Racine. This episode, we need to revamp our college campus. We added about 5,000 population on our last episode, so we have to keep our educational pipeline going. Also, just to be completely honest, this has been a blight on the city since it got here. I had a good start and I had a good expansion plan on how to add on to this to make it complete and dope, but I got a better idea. So y'all know what that means. We got to tear this thing down. So Viridian State University is a HBCU. Now, what's a HBCU, Red Kool-Aid? Good question. A HBCU is an historically black college. Now, an historically black college doesn't mean no white people, especially in Viridian County. We got everybody over here. We got white people, Asians, Mexicans, Germans, we got some Belgians, but it's just a school that historically was built definitely by black people because we weren't allowed to go to school everywhere, so we had to build places to go to school. So the concept is African beehive, Mayan temple. We're gonna go layer crazy. It started out 3 layers, but it actually turned into way more. But I want the school to feel like a colony of people moving and learning at the same time. So to do that, we have to start at the bottom. So the first bottom layer will be a train station. That's our base. Over top of that will be the tram line that we originally had that was running. It served kind of as an exchange point between a bus station, which we will, you see us right there, and the little city downtown tram line. So we want to keep that exchange working the way it does because it was working really good, and we're gonna build the whole campus around it. So like I said, there'll be a lot of layers. You can see me using the level tools now and the elevation tools to kind of sculpt out where I know I'm gonna put little certain parts in residential buildings, and this, what you're seeing on the screen, will serve as the overall framework. Nothing will really change with that. So I'm gonna reestablish my little bus road. That will stay a 2-lane. I'm gonna bring it around, loop it around the train station, and I'm gonna convert that part of the road to a pedestrian road. And basically from here, you're on foot. All the roads in the whole complex are like Park Life Paths assets. I think it's Park Life Paths to Roads. I'm not sure about the name, but regardless, you'll see them. We're gonna speed this up. Viridian County, man, y'all hang out.
Hey, yo, we're broadcasting live from the VSU campus all this week. It's back to school time again, man. Them hot girl summers is over. Make sure you ain't late to orientation. It's 98.5 City Sound.
pretty much got that done. I need to take some of these surfaces and lay it over top of this part of the tunnel. I was gonna leave that exposed, but no, I think I'm gonna cover it up and make it into a park and make the quad bigger. Here you can see me laying out some of my commercial assets. They're definitely capitalists. Corporations have moved into this campus. We got Panera Bread jumping off. We're gonna throw a Walgreens, and then there's a small commercial asset. I have used it one other time in the city, maybe twice I think, but it's by Checo MX. Really hope that's pronounced how you pronounce your name, because you're a dope asset creator to me. I'm gonna stick that in the middle. And this bookstore, don't get too familiar with this bookstore though. That gets removed and put somewhere else, and we put something way doper. That wasn't, I sandboxed some of this because I wanted to make sure it was functional, but one thing you'll see me do later on was straight freestyling off the dome, yo, and it came out so fire. So you can see like all of the clipping areas and all that. I'm gonna have so much fun. You know, we're gonna wall all that off, but right now we just got to make sure everything is laid out right. Across the train station, I wanted to lay out some of the little really small commercial assets, the little 2-unit joints. I like this cantina. And there's a vape store in here. I'm like, that's like the perfect thing for a college campus, yo, a vape store. So I definitely wanted to use, where is it? There we are. I also end up adding KFC. This asset just got added to the workshop. It's so dope. And I know you're thinking, whoa, the shape is funny. Don't even worry about that. Watch how I flex. We're going to line everything up, make sure it's ready to be detailed, even though we're not going to do that much. And we're going to start laying out some of the brick walls that's going to encase everything and make everything look unified. A lot of this is busy work. I'm going to play some tunes. Y'all don't go anywhere. Alright, and just outside of the campus, I'm going to run a couple of roads that just give our citizens a little bit more connectivity. Maybe they don't have to hit the avenue from get to one side of this little area to the other. Just break it up a little bit, and it frames the campus better for detailing. Also, I wanted to speak for a moment on what's going on sonically with the series. I've moved away from the chill. People call it chill hop. I call it lo-fi. You know what I mean, them beats to study to. We're not really gonna be using too much more of that because I really want my series to be different and unique. And I don't care if you hate it, you'll remember it because it's different. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be using a lot more soul, a lot more 70s funk. Like, I mean, real funk, not like the Suicide Boy, that funk. I mean, funk like James Brown, Bootsy Collins, funk music. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be hearing a lot more of that. And I know it might be a little jarring if you're not used to it, but you know, we gotta stand out. We gotta stand out here, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can see me still working with some of the brick. Oh yeah, right here. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. This is the KFC, and like I said, I know it had like a funny shape. So what I did was I'm kind of making it two-level KFC. It's got an upstairs you can eat on the inside, and you can exit out of that top part if you want to. And we're gonna turn this little whole part into like a little sitting area with some, I think I used some of the new, y'all know it's my favorite word, pergolas. Y'all, the wooden things with the things, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And we're just gonna use some tables, and we're gonna decorate all that up. Right now I'm jugging and figuring out how to cover up all of the clipping that's underneath here. And one thing I didn't know is when you kind of zoom underneath the tunnel, there's no geometry, so you can see straight through. Y'all know that bothers me. So I will end up using a block to cover that up. Right now I'm using one of these steel girders. Even though the campus is new, some parts of it are old. And like this steel girder thing has been here since forever. So we definitely want to have some of those. So we got to tuck this in. Hold on. Let me tuck this. There you go. A couple of surface networks to flatten everything down here. And then I'm marking out the few parts of the area. It's really just the quad. All of that's going to be pedestrianized. That way it can get serviced without having to send cargo trucks on my campus. And I'm going to end up putting the service point kind of on the outskirts. I even detail that up. It looks, oh, I found the dope building to put over top of that too, by the way. Y'all know I love hiding the service points. But I'm going to use a few parky assets right here in the quad area. Again, this stuff does end up getting juggled pretty heavily. The build didn't take forever, but once I got in my bag, I was like, yo, I can do this better. Even certain buildings I move around, the formulation it kind of kept reforming in certain spots. What you're seeing now definitely is a solid framework though. While I was zooming, I noticed that the lamps on the paths, they're like multicolored. I'm definitely not feeling that. We got to pick something that's a little bit more universal. So let's go use Bob here and okay, not the Satan lights. Let's try to use something a little more chill. Okay, here, like there we go. See, those feel chill. Definitely not those Satan lights. That was a bit theatric. But we're gonna use Uncle Bob to take off some more stuff. Stay tuned. It's Viridian County. I was looking at the workshop and I found this dope campus map, but we know we're gonna use PO to change that into our actual campus. And now I gotta stretch out these walls underneath the quad area and use that block to make us some actual roof ceiling dealy. I didn't in this episode detail inside of this tunnel really well. There's a lot of opportunities for me to go back and put trash and graffiti and weird lamps and all kind of stuff. So I will probably be doing that off camera, but right now it was just a Lone Ranger. Anyway, yeah, I had to skip through some things that you won't see and do. I did a couple things off camera just to save time, but most of what we do you get to see. Right now I'm just laying out the rest of the park life path roads and, you know, using funky different shapes and just kind of making it feel more like a college campus. Personally, I went to a college, but I wasn't attending there. I was just up there, you know, hanging out. So I don't, you know, I really want to stress the fact that when you see me build things, 99% of the time, like, there's no Google Earthing or no, I'm not trying to build what I've seen. I'm trying to build just what looks dope. I want it to be functional. I want it to work. I really want it to work. But I'm not trying to base it on, yo, this look just like A&T or this look just like Hampton, or, man, I'm good on that. I want to build what I wish a college would look like that I went to. This college is Wakanda forever. You know what I'm saying? When y'all get done, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Right now, we gonna lay down our service point because we do need all that stuff to be serviced. And here's that building. I found it on the workshop that just covers that right on up, man. We just got to use a little PO. And yeah, we're gonna cover this up and detail this up. Not massive detailing, but, you know, make it look like it was built at the same time as everything else was. I'm gonna lay out some paths to connect up everything and really, again, reinforce the framing of the campus. I don't want it to sprawl and go on for forever. I don't want it to look like there's other parts that are gonna be built later. This is, I mean, other than maybe a student you know, a dormitory or two here and there sprinkled around very sparingly. There's gonna be no more construction going on with this spot. And for some customization stuff, I want to use this big billboard, and I'm gonna use ye old Photoshop, and I'm gonna use some custom. I did a custom logo for the college, all that, man. We not playing. Everything got to be custom, including this Starbucks billboard. You're gonna get it too. I'm gonna skip up here to the KFC, add some steps so you can get to that upper layer. Then I need to go out to the little main area. This is where you first come in. I never even bobbed off the rest of this stuff on this little clock tower. Matter of fact, let's just get into a time lapse, man. I'll be back. Alright, so as you can see, our beloved bookstore has RIP'd. This is when I got the brilliant idea to make a little small, it's not a lake, it's just a water structure, and I'm gonna put a statue in the middle of it. I found this really cool African statue on the, where I think it's African. It could be anywhere, don't let me claim that. I ain't gonna false claim that. It's just a fire statue, and in my world, it's African. So we're gonna carve some of this out. It's gonna be really shallow, and I gotta try to be careful about the size, pause, cause you know, I don't want everything to flood everywhere. So I'm gonna lay some of these rocks out and be really careful to get it kind of near the edge. Go ahead and pull up our water tool. We're gonna make that thing mini. Get in. There you go. Oh, all the way down. I'm really afraid of doing this. I definitely made sure I had a save point. Also, we're gonna press pause. You see how the people fell down? This is the first time we've unpaused the game since we did all this. So we gotta let the water fill up to make sure that I don't need to reload my game. Because honestly, I've never tried to make a water structure this small. I don't know how it's going. It's sloped. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna hang out and check it out, I guess. Oh, while I'm waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and take all of the cars off of these Park Life Path roads. For a while, you will still see Sims idiotically pulling out their cars, but I think that stops over time. It was about this time I realized that the original layout for this only had one little path between the tram and the bus. Here I didn't really have a direct route, so I thought about using some of these stairs, but I end up undoing that. But still, I need to use some of these paths to connect as close as I can to that bus station. And actually the bus station is just to your right. It's just right off screen. And I put down, I think, at least 2 paths that lead directly there. Don't want Sims behaving ridiculously or deciding not to take the, you know, the bus tram little exchange that we created because it's too far now. Here you can see me sticking in some more of those steps right next to this dorm building. So you hop off the bus, you walk down these little steps, walk right past the dorms, down that pathway, and you're at the train or the tram. And the train doesn't have any stops that are like stopping around our city. The only traffic is from out of town. My thought process behind that was, first, it won't be that many. Second, I didn't want to have our citizens of the city getting off a train and then fanning out all over the town. You got other places to do that, man. Go to Sunset Park with all that nonsense. Here I'm continuing to make sure our path network connects up really good from that bus station. You walk past the shops, you walk past all that stuff, and you get right down into the quad. You get to the tram line, you get to the commercial buildings. I don't want people having to take like the long way around. And I've actually, in our sandbox version, I kind of saw some pathing issues that I was like, yo, we gotta make sure we line some of this stuff up and keep it in mind. I'm gonna lay out some rocks in the now that I know this water isn't just gonna just kill this entire build. I feel comfortable laying out some of the rocks that will line the area. I need to end up making this. I do need to make this a little bit bigger, like a little bit more open towards the backside. And we're gonna have to move these paths. So I'll probably end up deleting all that stuff. So I was thinking about how to line the area at the front to make it feel like, you know, almost like a museum exhibit or something. So I'm gonna use a brick quay, and it behaves really weird. So I have to work with it. But we're gonna use just a brick quay and a park fence and just a few other little rock assets, a couple trees and things to make that kind of feel like a nice little sitting area. Right now I'm wrapping one of the, I think this is like a default vanilla path, but I'm kind of wrapping it around the back side of this whole little area. It will connect up. I do want to see, you know, people up behind it still, you know, moving, and you see people with togas walking by. I love the cinematics, man. You got to stay tuned for the cinematics. So we're going to kind of move this in position, make sure it looks spiffy. No problems. And I'm going to show a general shot of what everything kinda, this is where we're kinda at. And I say kinda because, I mean, we don't even have like trees and stuff. Let's put some trees down. Now that I kind of got a feel for the lilies and all those things in the water, I'm gonna go ahead and put my statue in. I'm gonna use PO to make it a little bit smaller, so it just kind of nestles in this area. It's giving Mother Earth vibes. You know, you can come right here, just talk, hang out, look at the statue, remember where you came from, which is important, and you know, go back to class and make something out of yourself for all the people that came before. So we're gonna kind of use, I think I even copy one of these rocks and kind of give it more of like a platform too. Some of the detailing I did at different times. Sometimes I absolutely just didn't want to record, you know. So next I'm gonna take this torch and I'm gonna combine it with the little fire from the Park Life DLC, and I'm just gonna make some kind of little light sources, man. And now it's giving heart-shaped herb vibes. The strength of the black panther.
What are you talking about?
We're gonna sprinkle. So we're gonna sprinkle all these around. Just kind of give it some illumination. I know I should probably put like a spot on it or something, but I think the spotlights in this game are too OP. If anybody has any less crazy level spotlights, link them in the comments, please. So I'm definitely liking this build all the way. Like every vantage point is just fire. Like I'm not even gonna hold you, yo. I'm in my bag on this build, man. I ain't even got nothing else to say. Play some music.
Chance, Cocoa Butter Kisses, 98.5 City Sound.
of sour Saudi. Wiley up off peyote, wildin' like that coyote. If I sip any, my belly just might be out. Pull up inside a huggy, start eating her ducky. I just opened up the pack and in an hour I'll ask my lucky. Tonight she just yelling fuck me, 2 weeks she'll be yelling fuck me. Used to like orange cassette tapes with Timmy, Tommy, and Chucky. Jesus pieces, sing Jesus love me. Providing inside my eyes so my grandma would fucking hug me. Your generation above me, I know you still remember me. My afro look just like that is, y'all taught me how to go hunting class. Cigarettes on cigarettes, my mama think I stink. I got burn holes in my hoodies, all my homies think it's stink. I miss my cocoa butter kisses. I miss my cocoa butter kisses. Cigarettes on cigarettes, my mama think I stink. I got burn holes in my hoodies, all my homies think it's stink. I miss my cocoa butter kisses. I miss my cocoa butter kisses.
The weather today is a high 71, showers overnight. Make sure you take your hoodie to the club, not for you. You know your girl ain't gonna take no coat to the club.
98.5 City Sound.
And that pretty much brings us to the end. The last things that I need to do is all like customization stuff, like that really dope little kid on that. That's a dope poster to have on your college campus, bro. Each one teach one, y'all. We're gonna switch the Starbucks out for my custom sports team, the Rhinos. So, you know, get your tickets now. They on sale and they be winning. So, you know, y'all know how that go. I'm gonna use this little circular Starbucks logo to cover up all of the little, if anybody's familiar with this set, there's all these little circular chirpy university logos on everything. Definitely gonna eliminate those. Spin it around. There we go. There's one also on the train station, and there's one on the sports hall building, and they all gotta go. So we're gonna take a second to kind of, yeah, you too, bro. You know, there you go. Let's get that right. Then we're gonna change out the train station and the bus station sign because they are annoying. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to highlight a couple of things. You can see I added these little circular brick areas. I did that off camera, but I feel like they made everything look a little less flat. Also, you can see I did change out that map. I did switch the map up for our actual campus. This mural right here actually is a picture from a meeting that took place between the Appalachian White Organization and the Black Panthers back in the 70s. And basically the vibe of that meeting was, oh man, we all poor, we better stick together. And oh, here, I got some custom pennants and flags and things made to really bring the whole college campus vibe kind of together. I got these last minute, so that's why you didn't see them in the time lapse, but you will see them in these cinematics. I'm not gonna lie, this episode came out like way better than I saw it in my head, but I didn't see all this craziness. So like, comment, subscribe, all the things. I'll be back. I hope. I'm really trying to be on time with these episodes, y'all. Y'all see I'm always late, man. But I'm Kool-Aid. This is Viridian County. I appreciate you guys so much. Follow me on my IG, by the way, Red Kool-Aid. Everything is just Red Kool-Aid. You don't gotta worry about underscores or none of that, man. Everything custom. Know what I'm talking about? See y'all next time.